What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Some more Aetherdrift draft ahead of us. Opened a Gastel Thrill Roller and a Market Back Walker for our two rares. Both of them are, I would say, mediocre. They're fine. They're nothing exciting. There's a good value on the Thrill Roller. It's nice and aggressive. And the Market Back Walker can be an annoying one, but it's not that thrilling, I would say. So for rares, not looking too good. For uncommons, we have a Memory Guardian. Do like that one quite a bit. Embalmed Ascendant, not a bad black-white Start Your Engines card with value. And the Mech Cycles, whatever. Also have like Hull Drifter and stuff. I think I like taking the Memory Guardian. I mean, the Market Back Walker is colorless. I just don't think it's particularly good. And Guardian is, I think, quite nice overall. Getting past a Winter. This is another one that's not very exciting, but it's not terrible. Let's see. It's got Ward of Pay 2 Life. It gives your artifacts the same of Ward, Pay 2 Life. And then an Exhaust ability of exile X artifact cards from your graveyard. Each other non-artifact creature gets -X until end of turn. I mean, if I do jump into blue-black, that would be a good pickup. But I think if you're going to be blue-black, you would rather just take the Packdoll Terror here instead. Hour of Victory is an okay uncommon. I haven't been too impressed by this. 3 mana for a 2/2 is not great. If you have a lot of ways to get maximum speed, I mean, it turns into a Monarch Tutor, so it's good there. But Molt Tender's great. Nice green ramper plus graveyard value card. There is a Ketradon here and a Hazard of the Dunes for some good green stuff. You know what? I'm going to take the Winter, and maybe we can see if we're able to play a blue-black artifact theme deck. I would hope that the Packdoll wheels in that scenario, and generally I would say that Packdoll's better than Winter, but since Winter's a rare, I'm going to take it since it's harder to pick up. Getting past a Momentum Breaker for pick 3. There is a Lightning Strike. I guess Ride's End is good. I mean, Lightning Strike is probably the better pick. But I kind of want to see if maybe blue-black can get there. Oh, man, getting past a Detention Chariot's kind of unfortunate. That one's pretty good. There's another Hour of Victory here. There's a Flood the Engine. Solid enough blue removal spell. There's a Backwater for fixing. I mean, I could just stay open. Chariot, I think, is the best card in the pack, but Flood the Engine and Dismal Backwater are both pretty safe. Yeah, I mean, I think Chariot's just that much better. Might not pan out, but it's worth the pickup. Okay, I do enjoy a good Intimidation Tactics. Cycling cost is a little bit high, but solid enough early game, and then late game you can just cycle it away if it presumably is not going to do anything. Plow Through also solid. Not too much else in this pack, so seems fine. I don't think you need to take Siphon Fuel very high. It's a fine removal spell. But here we'd rather have, I think, like the Optimizer. 3 mana 7/2 isn't my idea of good. But I don't think this is a bad card. And no complaints if we end up in blue-black. I think blue-black is very strong, especially if you can get enough of the Packdolls and maybe if you're lucky, Haunt the Network. Okay, Wickerfolk I think is not terrible. It's a 2 mana artifact that sets up your draws, and if you have any Start Your Engines, it's a good way to poke in for that. Haven't been particularly impressed with Rover Blades, but I do think it's playable. Javelinier's fine. Okay. 2 mana flying artifact. Gravestalker is just good. 6 mana, 5/4 with cycling, and then it costs 1 less for each artifact and or creature in your graveyard. So, I mean, sometimes you draw this later on in the game and it's like a 2 mana 5/4. It's not bad. Early game, you just cycle it away, so. Seems decent. I would be a little bit surprised if we wheeled the Packdoll Terror out of whatever that pack was in. Was it second pick? Maybe I can get it back. Yeah, it was second pick. I took Memory Guardian, pick 1, pack 1. Winter, pack 2. So it's a possibility of being able to get it back. I'll take the Javelineer now. So it wouldn't be here. It would be the one after this next pack. Molt Tender. Yeah, we might not be playing blue. I could be playing green-black still. The 2 big green creatures didn't come back, though. The Ketradon and the... What's it called? Hazard of the Dunes. Yeah, no Packdoll Terror on the wheel. Okay, not surprising. If anything, I guess we would play the Camera Launcher. A little bit filler, but it does have artifact synergies. Deathless Pilot. Interface Ace. Don't think this is really meant for blue-black if we're still potentially doing that. Alright, opening a Demonic Junker pack 2 ain't bad. 7 mana affinity for artifact vehicle. When it enters, destroy up to 1 target creature that player controls. Wait, for each creature, rather. For each player, rather. Destroy up to 1 target creature that player controls. If a creature you controlled was destroyed this way, put 2/1/1 counters on this vehicle. So you can kill your own creature if you want to turn this into a 6/5 vehicle. Though generally it's good enough just to blow up your opponent's thing, of course. Second rare, the Web Strike Elite. Good green card. Engine's great. Trade the Helm's pretty darn good. I think it's undervalued. Hull Drifter. Okay. Junky Trunky it is. Getting past Asita Varma. Can't splash because of the double green. Let's see. Siphon's not terrible. Big fan of Back on Track. Graveyard Value. Greenbelt Guardian. Really good 2-drop. There's a spin out here that I'm probably just going to take, though. Like I said, we might not be playing blue. We just really haven't seen much of it. Our black is fine. But, like, I could take this Gastel Thrillseeker here if we wanted to. Maybe aim for a more red-black Start Your Engine deck of sorts. Yeah, I don't mind taking this and seeing. And then getting whatever this is. Keen Buccaneer's fine. Engineer's fine. Ugh. I mean, one of the best cards here, Seeker and Gallant Strike. This is just not a good pack. I mean, I guess there's still a world I play white, right? I have the Chariot. Okay, yeah. Black X, that's all we are. Some more white removal here. Rides in, Collision Course, and another Gallant. Okay, I mean, I'll take another Rides End, I suppose. Sloth's really good. Alright, I mean... Could take that. Could take the Apocalypse Runner, too. Target creature controlled with power 2 or less gains lifelink until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. I think it's probably better to take the Sloth, but I haven't drafted red-black yet. So I'm going to take the runner just for the funsies, even though I don't think that was the right choice. Blockbuster's okay. Wrangler's okay. Guess we want the artifact. I'm drafting maybe slightly messy here. We have 3 white cards, 3 blue cards, 2 red cards to go with black. Whatever direction, I guess the pilot probably is going to make it in no matter what. White has 3 removal spells. Blue has a flyer and some... Yeah, blue's maybe the worst of this bunch. So either white-black or red-black? You know, the one draft I don't get the damn Zahur card is the draft I end up potentially going black-white, of course. I mean, there's a couple of good blue cards now, but I suppose I'm just supposed to take the Locust Spray over Flood the Engine or Hull Drifter. Trade the Helm. These are not white cards we're playing. I don't really care for Goblin Surveyor, but I guess that would fit the deck better. Gunner coming. All right. Gunner's very good. Sure. Something like that, perhaps. Artifact count is lower, so Junker's not going to be super cheap to cast the majority of the time. Maximum Overdrive is also a sick trick. Can't do much better for 2 mana. A counter, Death Touch, Indestructible, yeah. So we have 7 creatures and 3 vehicles at the moment. You definitely want to walk, or have to walk, a fine line between the number of vehicles and actual creatures you run in your decks, you know? Because if you overload on vehicles, especially if the vehicles don't have a way to crew themselves, then you're generally in for a bad time. You know, we might even run this Diver. Ah! Oh, God. Opening the flagship. This card's nuts. Back to white. White is my best. 7 mana, 7/7 flying, first strike, lifelink, crew 3, cycling, and make a bunch of pilots when you cycle. It's disgusting. There is a Packdoll Terror here. There's also an auxiliary. My white is Gallant Strike, Rides, and Chariot. Ugh. I think I'm just going to take the dragon. Be sad about it. Okay. Well, this is a nice follow-up at least. Road Rage, Lightning Strike, and a Bloodfell Caves. I only have 3 vehicles, so I think the Strike is preferred to the Rage here. Because I would need 2 of my 3 vehicles for the Road Rage to be better, because I don't have any mounts, right? I have 1 mount, but still, even with 4 total mounts / vehicles, seems like Strike's just going to be a little bit better. Another Spin Out versus Crash and Burn and Calaxian. Yeah, we have good removal for sure. Junker, Auxiliary can potentially kill something. Double Spin Out. Overdrive is kind of like Remover. Breaker. Strike, Locust Spray, Intimidation. Yeah, I mean, really solid interaction. Which means our creature quality doesn't need to be that high, right? Like 3 mana, 3/2s are going to be okay with as many ways to target things as we have. There was a Bloodfell Caves in that previous pack, so hopefully that comes back around, but I guess maybe that's not super likely. What are the best red-black cards in the format? Probably just Thrill Seekers. At common and uncommon, I mean. Maybe there are no common ones, but Because I'm sure there are some crazy good black-red mythics and rares, right? We just passed one of these. This is the second one. It's fine. A second auxiliary? Actually, I didn't take the last blockbuster. Seems like a second auxiliary is pretty good, though. The Mendicant! Darn. Eh, we've got another Apocalypse Runner here if we want to. That's probably good. Hellish Sideswipe, another Gunner, and then there's Push the Limit, but sadly, not pushing with this deck. Do I want Sideswipe for more removal? Sack an artifact or creature? Doesn't look as good as Gunner here. Surveyor's kind of annoying. Diver's not very good in our deck. I'm worried I might have a little bit too much top end, though. I don't mind running 2 overdrives. But I think we just want the Surveyor there. The Full Throttle. After this main phase, there are 2 additional combats. I just don't think this card is good. I guess it's kind of cute with the Apocalypse Runners, but then you're only bashing in with maybe a 2-power creature 2 more times. Like, I think the Wicker is better. Alright. Hey, there's the caves. Excellent. So, if I need to cut 2 cards here, what are we cutting? Probably the Wrangler. Do I need Risky Shortcut? I probably don't need Risky Shortcut. A little bit top-end heavy, but not like this format is necessarily that fast, and in fact, can go grindy a lot of the time. I think 17 lands is okay here. We have a little bit of top end, and the double Gunner helps with excess lands. Yeah, this looks decent. Mainly our interaction should get us there, right? Junker, 2 spinouts, Lightning Strike, Breaker, Spray, Tactics, 2 auxiliaries. Actually ended up with 2 mounts, just both the dragons. Yeah, okay. Maybe want to go a little bit heavier in black here. We don't need double red until auxiliaries, so that's probably fine. Go like this. Give it a shot. Red, black. Okay, let's see what this red-black attack deck can do. Looks fine. Not exciting, but fine. Blue-green with red. Okay. Usually that deck's gonna have some chonkers in it. Or they're usually in green. Hey, that's a good double mill. Pilot in the graveyard for value. Ooh, they are going to lightning strike my creature. That's kind of annoying, because if they play a creature here, I would have been able to momentum break it and then start going off. Oh, now that's really annoying. Creature that makes a token, you say, huh? Well, that makes my momentum breaker terrible unless I want to locust spray the 1/1. In which case, the heavy would have gotten a pure 2-for-1 off of me, but I guess that's the play. Don't love having both of my 6-drops in hand, but what can you do, I guess? And if they just play one of like the green reach creatures, we're gonna be kind of screwed, I feel like. Well, that one doesn't have reach, at least. That turns into a 6/6 vigilance. I guess I just have to gunner this turn. Try to find some of my spinouts or other removal. Junker, and I don't have any of my artifacts on the battlefield. Not great. And the buggy can turn into a creature. Oh, wow, okay. Well, actually, if we can just kill their, if we can just kill their non-vehicle creatures, we might be okay. I guess the buggy is a creature as well. Well, we're gonna need to find a land here for a junker. Okay. Junker killed the Jaguar. And all of a sudden, they don't have a great way to push through. I mean, the Scholar can turn into a 5/5 if they hit a 6 land. I guess if they attack with the buggy, they can get a treasure to do so as well. Alright, so I'm just gonna no-block this. See what their follow-up is. Oh, 7/6 vehicle? Ay, ay, ay. Well, now we need to draw a spin out. Actually, am I supposed to discard the auxiliary? So I can... No. Buying back the pilot doesn't really do anything. We just need to draw a spin out here. Oh, that's actually not bad. Wait, yes it is, because I'm dead on board, right? Shoot. Yep, I needed to have discarded the dragon. And that way I could have went pilot into play the pilot, hold up overdrive, but now I'm just dead because they can attack with way too much chunk since the Rumbler has trample rather. Yeah. Alright, so they just attack with all. Okay. Good beats, I guess. What did I need to do differently that game? Just drawing one spin out, I guess, would have been alright. The double auxiliary there was so bad, though, versus their green creatures. The green creatures in this format just outclass everything. And I didn't have any early pressure, so having both of my 6-drops in my hand at that point in the game was just so bad. Like, this looks like a good hand for the auxiliary, unlike the last game. A couple of cheap creatures with a removal spell. So we are on the draw again. Versus a turn 1 Mako. Okay. So might not be playing the Wicker Folk here. Probably just going to be playing the Momentum Breaker and getting... Oh, again with the double auxiliary draw is sick. That's so bad, dude. Alright, what can you do? They have Ironclad? Looks like they have an Ironclad in their hand, but maybe they don't want to cycle it off. I need to get the Wicker online so I can try to find a second black source. And, I mean, with my hand, I just need to keep both lands on top as much as it sucks. Yep, okay, so they're gonna go for the Pressure Clad. I'm just gonna attack for 2 and pass, or rather attack for 1 and pass, go up to 2 speed. Then we'll just spin out the Ironclad here. And then we can go 3 drop plus 2 drop. Zibobble. Alright, that's fine. Another heavy. Right. Mount with the pilot, hit him for 7. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is a game where the dragon is pretty solid. Because we curved out into it. And I can deal with one of the dragons. I'm going to take 6. You still get to race here. I think I do leave back one of the non-dragon creatures. Because there are actually a handful of hasty creatures that they could have. I do have 4 life available with the Momentum Breaker, but I'm tapped out this turn. Like, okay, well, since they didn't play a hasty creature, I can just go ahead and take the 6. Now, if they have, like, double Lightning Strike, good beats, but... Okay, we'll go to combat. And now we attack with all. Assume they have a way to kill the dragon here. Yep, that's fine. I can gain 2 with the pilot and then gain 4 with the Momentum Breaker. So once again, I'm at 4 on board. They do not have maximum speed, so they're not going to be able to kill me with a hasty creature here. Would need to be a cheap 4-power creature anyways. Just troll, pop themselves off since they don't have maximum speed. Does this thing have Menace? A lot of the big creatures have Menace, but that one does not. So I have 2 different lethals here, right? I have lethal with the auxiliary by itself, and then I also have lethal with the runner on the pilot, so... Alright, GG's. Why are you wasting time, bro? Double dragon, both games. Okay, 1 and 1, keep it up. Alright, alright, alright. Always feels nice to get that first win in the books. We've had turn 2 Wicker Folk most of the time, it's kind of good. Yeah, this is a nice opener for sure. Great hand for the flyer, as we have now 2 different momentum cards, or speed cards. A red-black mirror match, perhaps? I don't see why we would want to throw away either of those. Spinout's great, so is the gunner. Surveyor from the opponent. Well, I guess I'm just going to play my Surveyor and start leveling up my speed. Question is, do I want to trade Surveyor for Surveyor? That probably makes my momentum better. The thing is, I wanted to use my mana efficiently there that turn, which is why I didn't momentum break their Surveyor. Because next turn we can go like 2-drop, 2-drop, which is pretty nice. Yeah. I think we'll just take the trade. Even though ours is better, I don't foresee me holding up mana anytime soon. So now we can make that play. And honestly, this is just good, efficient use of mana and curve, you know, so... I mean... Pretty awkward, actually. I don't think the runner's all that good when we have 2 flyers. I guess I'm going to top the Lightning Strike, but I don't even know if that's worth it. I don't get to cast anything else with it, and now at this point in the game, it might not have much of a target. Although now I am immediately glad I left the Lightning Strike on top. They don't have much speed yet, so even though this will enable them to get to 3 this turn, I think I'd rather play the Javelineer here. Especially since now if I draw a land, I can go spin out plus strike. Oh, that's pretty gross though. Okay, good beats. A little bit punished, for sure. Huh. Let's just strike that thing now. I mean, I might get a little bit wrecked here if they have an instant speed removal spell, but the way I see it, if I block Go for Overdrive and they do have a removal spell, they're only killing a Wicker Folk, which is not that problematic for me. Best case scenario, they just have like a reverse maximum overdrive of their own. Yeah, like this isn't that bad. Okay, that's fine, of course. Yeah, and we'll just go with the gunner here. Now, what they can do is if they draw a creature to, I guess this is saddle. If they draw a creature to saddle the auxiliary, they can shoot the gunner and attack. And that gets in for 4 still. Their Mutant Surveyor is going to be pretty annoying now. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're going to pump, saddle, attack, and shoot the gunner. Okay. So I'm going to go down to 9. The question is, do I want to trade here? I guess there is merit in keeping them off of maximum speed. I'm gonna play a little bit greedy and not spin out until their turn, where presumably they're gonna pump a bunch here. Perfect. Oh yes, beautiful draw. Okay. Wow, very, very even match. The pilot can pseudo gain haste by saddling up the auxiliary here as well. Great. Alright, they're gonna go back up to 13 first, then go back down to 9. A 1-3. Is there any reason I would want to hold this momentum breaker? I don't think so. I don't really have like a way to bounce it or anything. They did leave one card on top, so it must be a way to deal with the auxiliary. I guess saddling really didn't do anything. I was going to be hitting them for 6 either way. Hey, a gunner. So we might we're just going to be making the same play that they made. Planes. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, intimidation tactics. It is. It's just like a pure on mirror match, but they're just splashing white for something unknown. Cool. All right. We got the better end of that one. I don't even think we like outplayed them or anything. I guess we just drew the cards in a better sequence. But hey, you know what? Sometimes that's all you need. GG's go next. On the draw again. Have we won a die roll yet? Maybe one. What are we at? 9 swamps, 7 mountains, and the Bloodfell Caves. It's a slightly greedy keep. 10 black sources out of 33. So let's just assume it's about a 33% chance to draw the first and second turns. So 6. Yeah, I mean, not terrible likelihood of hitting in the first 2 draw steps, right? This is a decent hand if it hits a black source, but I'm not going to risk it. I think we can go ahead and take the mulligan and see. All right, we can't draw 2 auxiliaries if one of them is on the bottom of our library. Blue, uh-oh. Okay, turn 2 Skyray, and I have none of my removal in hand. We do have some hard removal, thankfully. But that's a problem. So I'm gonna need to draw one of my spin-outs for that. I'm actually gonna attack here, because I don't mind trading my Surveyor for their Catalyzer if their Catalyzer attacks. Yeah, this hand would have just rather the My initial hand would have just folded to this draw by them. Not that I'm not going to just fold anyways, but... If they have like a heavy to cycle, that's kind of annoying, but... Alright. Sadly, this is not going to give us maximum speed, as remember, you can only gain 1 speed per turn. So either they missed a point of damage, or they had something else to do with their mana that they didn't want to cycle on their main phase there last turn. Okay, so they're just gonna level up the ranger, or yeah, ranger attack for 7. Or are they gonna play defensive now? Nope. Okay. So max speed acquired by them. As much as I hate this, it's safest to not attack with the Thrill Seeker because it's gaining Death Touch. So if they use a removal spell on my gunner, the Thrill Seeker can still trade with the Refueler, you know? Yikes. Activate, draw 2? Okay, well, I mean, that's not actually that bad because they don't have any open mana anymore. Target creature control power 2 with less gain. Okay, well, let's just get in with the auxiliary while we can before they can cycle any cards. We can hit him for 6. Actually, kind of unfortunate. I almost want to draw a, rather, I wish I could have drawn another auxiliary now at this point. It feels like the Apocalypse Runner might be worth keeping. Man, they have so many cards in their hand. Like, as good as it was that they only activated that Refueler last turn, now they get to untap with the whole world. Okay, Flood the Engine is going to take care of our flyer. Okay, well, once again, the gunner just holds them back here. The second gunner is pretty nice, too. It's going to be safest just to get the other gunner online. Oh, they have maximum speed, so the Spike Spitter's going to draw them extra cards. Yeah. Okay. I mean, if they don't have any interaction, the double gunner just hoses them here. 2/2 lifelink unblockable, not shabby. And I do think I am going to play out the Wicker Folk. It's not particularly useful here for the body, but the Lightning Strike is lethal. Okay. Boommobile! They can do that for 5, so they can kill one of the gunners. But that's what we want them to do. Like, that's gonna be their, like, kind of forced play this turn. They can do it for 6, but yeah, they're gonna shoot a gunner. Right? 9 mana. They're gonna get 5 plus 4, so they can shoot for 6. Yeah. They have to kill a gunner here for sure. And then we get to untap Apocalypse Runner, attack for 2, and then strike for 3. Good. Wow, did not think I'd be winning this game, but... Again, that's under the assumption they're shooting a gunner here. They could do something else. Oh, and you know what? Once they activate the Boommobile's exhaust, the Refuelers are going to draw 2 cards. So maybe they actually exhaust for a smaller amount. Yeah, they did. Shoot. Okay. And what did they... Oh, they killed my flyer, though. Now, hold up. Sure. Am I dead on board? I don't think I'm dead on board, am I? No, because this doesn't have haste. We go block, block, take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or something. If they made a mass attack. Yeah, this is a win. Nice. Oof, scary. And away we go. Boom, boom, boom. Woof. Tough, 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 but a good victory there for us. Turn 2 Skyray. We never dealt with it, but double gunner, man. Gunner's gonna gun, and that puts us at 3-1. One day I'll attach some title, but for now I am a blank. As you can see, our opponent is crafty. Alright, on the draw again. With an auxiliary again. And a Wicker Folk again. I give it 3 turns before we draw our other auxiliary. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to take 2. That's going to turn into a 2/4. Oh, this is not good. Our opponent's on the play with a decent-looking curve here. I'm not gonna attack, and I'm just gonna leave up a threatening double block for the Boom Scholar. Obviously, this is setting myself up for getting wrecked by any number of things, but if they don't have anything, then we can double block the Scholar, you know? Oh, wow. Refueler with the Boom Scholar, making it only cost 1 mana is kind of disgusting. Yeah, I guess we want to get to maximum speed here so that our Thrill Seeker gains Death Touch. 1, 2. Okay, that's good. We can cast the Junker next turn if one of my flyers doesn't die. Alright, take 6. I can't afford to double block the Boom Scholar anymore and have them have a trick. So they can activate the buggy here. Yep. We're at maximum speed though, so Thrill Seeker now has Death Touch. And if they do try to kill my Thrill Seeker, I can crew the Junker. Alright. I'm at 7. 2 mana 3/3. 3 mana 2/3. So I'm just gonna have to pass here. I can gain 4 with the Momentum Breaker, so it's not likely I'm going to die, but... Okay, I take 5, I go to 6. Take 7, I go to 4. Oh, of course! Are you kidding? Every single game, it's just double freaking auxiliary. So sick. Also, our opponents had a really good draw, haven't they? 5 land stop, all spells. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm on 5 land stop as well, but they've been able to cast them. Alright, I have to go bounce, chump, go to 1. I am not sure I have any outs. Freaking double auxiliary again, dude. Come on. What a troll. Had I hit the auxiliary that last turn, we might have actually stood a chance. No, we would have been in good shape, even. The 2 1/3s could double block the 4/2. The 4/4 holds off both of the other creatures. And then we get to untap. Yeah. Ah! Come on, man. Give me a 1 die roll. I'm checking. Have I lost... maybe I won 1, but I feel like I've lost every single die roll, too. Oh, I have lost every single die. Yeah, 6 in a row we've lost. Good beats. As we're on the... Well, actually, no. Let's go with Thrill Seeker here. Because I can go Momentum Breaker on their first creature next turn and get up to 3 speed. We have a land in hand, so I don't need the Wicker Folk yet. That's fine. Nothing? Sweet. Okay, 3 speed. Yeah, get out of here. 1 gone. Oh no. They are 100% pushing the limit, and that's gonna instantly kill us. Yikes. That's insane, actually. 2 Detention Chariots, 2 Ironclads. They are 100% gonna kill me when they get to 7 mana. Oh, what am I doing? I could have cast the Chitin here. Chitin here. Shoot, I totally forgot the reduction of cost. I mean, they're holding open a removal spell, but... Go ahead and make them do it. Sure. Well, I guess the plan is that... the plan is to pray they don't have Push the Limit in their hand. Or if they do, they don't hit 7 mana. Okay. Wow, they have Explosive Getaway too. Sheesh. Yeah, this is brutal. They did miss a land drop, but they have so much time. Yep. Yep. Nothing I can do about it. 6-12, 6-12, yep. Yeah, it was so obvious what they had. Again, nothing I could do about it. Just kill me. GG's. Double Chariot is sick, though, with the Push the Limit for sure. Might have been okay if they didn't have the Explosive Getaway. Ah, man, that sucked. 6 lost die rolls in a row, and I do think that was relevant in at least one of the losses. The damn double auxiliary, we kept drawing them. I think this deck was much better than a 3-3 on average, but honestly, 3 wins is whatever. 3-3 on the draw every single game is like, I'll take it. Good beats. A little look at red-black. What was good? Gunners were great as always. Wicker Folk actually did some good work. Yeah, I mean, I guess we didn't really get to do too much other than that. GG's, good beats. As always, friends, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.